So, where are we going to put you, huh? Gonna have to get some special lighting. Make sure that everybody notices. I am awake. All right. Hello. I didn't see you standing there. Today on PTL, we present the Coach of the Split Awards. Break down the LCS quarterfinals. And oh yeah, find out who won the PTL FL4. Let's get freaky. PrimeTime League starts right now.
Can they give him the penta? There's the knockup. They want to give it to him. Pentakill for Sunday. There goes the Nexus. KT. Oh, it's so low, but they do it.
Holy cow, what an ending to that game.
Wow, that was the biggest comeback we have ever seen.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to PrimeTime League. I am Riv and Phreak III, and we're here back with a brand new episode after taking a short break from the action last week. While we were gone, the excitement continued across the Premier Leagues, and two teams are now officially qualified for the 2015 World Championship. First up in the LMS, AHQ Esports Club took down Hong Kong Esports 3-0 in their summer split finals, and that locked up AHQ's seat at Worlds. This will be the second straight trip to the World Championship for AHQ Esports Club. Last year in the group stage, they were able to force a tiebreaker match against Edward Gaming for a trip to the quarterfinals. However, they failed to advance and will be looking for redemption this year. The next official spot at Worlds goes to Korea's SK Telecom T1. Even though there are 2 weeks remaining in the LCK, with their current 15-1 record, none of the other teams can catch them in the standings, which means the worst they can do in the playoffs is second place. And when you total up circuit points, it guarantees SKT will have a spot at the 2015 championship. Like AHQ, this will be the second trip to Worlds for SKT. And for SKT, it's another chance to win the Summoners Cup, which they already did back in 2013. With SKT and AHQ locking down tickets to Paris, 2 out of the 16 teams have been decided. Over the next few weeks, that list will begin to fill up with, you guessed it, 14 more squads heading to Worlds. And it won't be long before we have the complete roster of teams who will be competing for the Summoners Cup. One team who looks poised to join AHQ Esports Club and SKT is the most dominant team in LCS history. Fnatic finished the summer with an 18-0 undefeated record, which marks the first perfect season in the LCS. For you mathletes out there, that is a 100% win rate. They also have a 7.2 team KDA and averaged 371.7 gold per minute, which are both all-time LCS records. Besides that, they have killed 51 dragons and slain 27 barons over those 18 wins. And they have a combined 2,025.5 fantasy player points, which is crazy, all of which are the highest across the LCS this split. So at least when it comes to Fnatic, it looks like EU greater than NA. So while we're talking about team performance, let's highlight one of the team members of a team who doesn't get as much recognition. We constantly see 5 players competing on stage, but there's one face we only see at the beginning and the end of each match. It's the coach. While players are the stars of the team, the role of a coach in the LCS is to bring those players together as a unified whole and help them perform to the best of their ability. When a team performs well, the players get all of the glory. However, today, we honor the coaches as we give out 2 special awards honoring the North American and European coach of the splits. These awards were decided on by a panel of LCS casters, members of the broadcast, content team, writers, and the teams themselves. In other words, by a jury of their peers. First, let's find out who will be honored as the European LCS coach of the split. And to do that, we'll send it over to Quickshot in Berlin.
Thank you very much, Riv. As we just heard Riv talking about Fnatic's perfect season, I personally think a lot of that credit should also be given to their coach, Daylor. Of course, in his rookie season as a League of Legends coach, Daylor was able to take his skills as a poker player, put them to good use in the LCS, leading Fnatic to a record-breaking summer. The team recorded the highest team KDA, the highest average gold per minute, and the first perfect split in LCS history. That being said, it should come as no surprise that the award for the European LCS Coach of the Split goes to Luis Duelo Sevilla. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, first of all, I'd like to ask, how is it that you built this fantastic team that's won 2 splits and it's your first year as a League of Legends coach?
Of course, it's some kind of luck because when I entered the team, the team was already built. The players were already hired. So I was lucky in the sense that the players were already really good. Okay, and there was some synergy already built. So they had a kind of a natural style, even though the communication was not that good because they were to Korean, to French, and Deutsch. And the thing is, even though it was already good, but at the same time, there was a lot of issues. Okay, not only because of the communication, there was a lot of issues at every level. So at the beginning, it was kind of rough, but we worked really hard, so we were able to pull it.
Well, congratulations. Hearing a former professional poker player talk about luck, I find quite interesting. Yeah. What I would like to ask is your opinion on your style. I remember in spring, we tried to ask you to pinpoint it. You've had a full year, a perfect summer split, a great showing at MSI. How is Daylor's coaching style with Fnatic?
The thing is, my coaching style kind of changed from the beginning for the first split to right now because we've been going through different issues. Like I was saying at the beginning we had a ton of communication issues, and even though there was a clear style that we were comfortable playing, we were only comfortable playing that style. So, for example, during the first split, we had a lot of not like real fights, but we had internal issues. So at that point there were not huge, but some tensions. Okay, we tackled each situation one by one, and it's like slowly everything started to go smooth. So in the first split, I would say that I was in a situation to force many things. I had to force the player to do X, Y, Z, and get them out of the comfort zone constantly. But after MSI and starting the summer split, everything started to go way more smooth. It's like we already worked together for a couple of months, so we already tackled all these issues, and we knew how each other was going to do. So
yeah, I remember you talking about horizontal growth with the team.
Exactly.
And I'd like to congratulate you not only on the perfect split, but the entire year's performance. I'm not going to put you on the spot and talk about playoffs and worlds, because I know you're going to say you've got to get there first.
Yeah.
I want to say congratulations once again, Daylor, coach of the summer split here in Europe. In just a few moments, Riv will be giving out the award for the North American coach of the split, but for now, we're going to send things over to Phreak and Kobe.
Thanks, Quickshot. And of course, congratulations to Daylor, and thank you for showing us your poker face. So Fnatic, they've of course locked in the #1 seed over in the European LCS playoffs. Edward Gaming have secured the same position for themselves in the Chinese LPL. They've earned a bye into the semifinal.
EDG has managed to hold on to first place since week 3 of China's summer split, and their current point total of 39 means that the other teams cannot catch them in this final week of the LPL.
So with the #1 spot held by EDG, the rest of the teams are trying to push and shove their way into second place to secure that all-important second playoff bye. Now, that means teams like Invictus Gaming, who look to continue their recent rise through the standings, we're going to be looking to take a win over the slumping Master 3.
Let's jump into game 1 here because it's going to be a little bit difficult. Kitty starts it off, big stun, and ZZ Tai comes in to get a kill. Big start for the Maokai.
Absolutely, 2-0 in the beginning of the game. 5-4, though, answered back a little bit here. Very close came into this match, but Dade jumped on. Nice kickback to keep Kakao away, but the flash into the stun means bad things for Dade.
Oh, yeah. Rookie's there for some extra damage. And what? ZZ ties here again. He gets another kill, Phreak.
Wonderful, man. It's just been a great game. It's still close, though. Even though we're showing kills from one side, the gold lead finally ballooning, though, this time around. Kitty's the only man hit by the Shaka, even with the Lulu ult. He's going to be fine. Time for some pickups here.
Oh, yeah. Time jumping into the back line there, cleaning up a couple extra kills. And down on the bottom side, Kakao keeps the chase alive.
And it's going to work pretty nicely. You got a whole lot of gold. You got a whole lot of movement speed now as well with Dragon 3. And the chase down is there. You can try, but Condi, nope, sorry. Down you go. So game 1, all right, cleanly picked up there. Zitai, 90% kill participation, of course, good for him. All right, game 1, whatever. Let's move on to game 2 here. Best of 2. Can M3 turn it back around? Dade, what? He's jumped on again.
Oh, Rookie with the flash fish, and he's going to be able to finish it off as well. Solo kill there in the mid lane.
And he even jumps away from the turret, so no return kill. 5-2 in kills, pretty big
What a
gold lead. And
snipe!
goodbye. Again, just over and over.
He's Dade again.
Good one on that one. And the chase down's going to be nice and easy to tie. Again, just taking Maokai in the front line. Okay, Rookie dies, but you know what? It's fine. IG is so far ahead. Going to keep winning these team fights. And 3 minutes in,
Man,
I've seen this before.
another Rookie kill onto Dade. It's just, that's excessive at that point.
I mean, AP Fizz gets ahead, and you just kind of get one-shot a lot of squishy champions. So, pretty damn impressive by Rookie. Time, going to be all right here. Time to go in some more team fights. At this point, it's just excessive.
Braum
12,000
on the
gold
front
lead.
line, going to be able to block up everything. And Rookie here, pretty deep. Oh, look at that flip outside over the wall, and he survives even at the end.
No kill for the Braum Q. Almost got the steal on the Dade, but Looper goes down. GG 2-0 Invictus looking pretty solid. So that win sent IG into 4th place. Now Masters 3 have fallen all the way down to 8. They could miss the postseason entirely. They have Looper and Dade on the team. They are hoping to stop that slide, though. They took on Snake, but Snake are inches away from 2nd place, and you're going to see just how good they are in this game.
Oh, yeah. Snake definitely want this one, and they're not going to make it easy.
Oh,
Yu
God.
comes down from the mid lane. Look at that roam. Picks up the first blood, and they're going to chase down Ruo under the turret.
Double kill for Vayne.
kills.
Congrats. Vayne played that perfectly. Obviously, it was all about his dude. That was ridiculous. But CZR got to cut up the retreats, and suddenly, even with a counter gank there, just does not really matter.
Yep, teleports come in, and they try and turn it around here. Martin does go down.
All right, that's a good start for things. You got rid of the Vayne, but you've still got some cleanup there. And again, Yu comes down, a big 2 to 3 man ulti. And Azir would like to tell you about Shurima.
Oh man, the Echo ultimate there, great as well. And another big pickup for Snake. 6-1 at this point.
6-1. It only gets better from there. 10-3. Hey, look, you found someone else to kill. Dade, hey, getting killed.
Dade has had a rough time in both of these series, continuously being targeted and going down pretty easily.
All right, sub 24 minutes in game 1. Let's get ourselves over to game 2 with this one, though. Master 3, 4 losses in a row. Could have happened.
All right, Yu, this time on Yasuo, goes in onto Dade. 1 versus 2 at the beginning here. Some fancy footwork, and he gets the kill.
Flash, auto attack, more knockups. He just will not go down. The Janna shield keeps you alive. Barrel misses. Dar finally picks him up. Looper, congrats on getting 1 kill for your team, but 2-1.
Little bit of vengeance there, but that's a drop in the bucket.
I mean, it's Maokai with the vengeful maelstrom.
Yu's back on it here on the Yasuo, chasing down in the minion line. Just the best feeling as Yasuo when the enemy minions help you.
They flash, you still catch them anyway. You just press E. It's beautiful stuff. The flash, oh God, just people dying over and over again. Gnar ult or not, just does not seem to matter. Maokai keeping everyone alive here. Into the backline they go. Dade yet again is dead. Not
And
a surprise
this
here.
one wasn't even close. Snake with a huge victory.
Man, they're before 30 minutes into this one, already inside the base with an inhibitor down. I mean, a crushing victory there. Snake making it pretty damn beautiful. So, guys, we have only 1 week remaining in the regular season of the LPL. Let's check out the current standings. Edward Gaming, yeah, they're still in first place. 39 points we said earlier. They're doing awesome. Meanwhile, only 1 point separates QG and Snake in the battle for second.
And the rest of the teams currently in playoff positions right now are OMG, Vici, LGD, with Masters 3 sitting in 8th place.
So for a closer look at the Chinese playoffs, let's hear from the LPL casters. Pace your time and spawn.
Thank you very much, freaking Kobe. My name is Julian Patriot Time Card. Joining me once again is Jake Spawn Tiberi. Let's dive a little deeper into the LPL. So EDG, we heard it from the boys just then. They've already clinched a #1 spot, but as far as second place goes, Spawn, it just has to be Xiaogu.
Yeah, it certainly does. You know, they've been second the entire split nearly coming through. They're the split king, so at least they're going to get 1 point. You know that just based off their history, and they're already a point clear of Snake with only 3 points up to grab for both teams. You would expect them to run home with second.
Yeah, I think so as well. And for me, it's just consistency for them. The regular split's been great, but can they make it happen in best of fives? We saw in Demacia Cup, not that hot so far, but it's been not that many long series as they've had to play.
Yeah, exactly right. Still a very new team. They've got a couple of veterans on their team. They do have Swift running around. Top lane, little bit of concern. V, he's probably going to be exploited a little bit. I'm interested to see how Doinby stacks up in a best of 5 against the best mid laners, because he's certainly shown that he's a player on the rise, but no one really knows when it comes to best of 5s how these guys are going to perform, and I think that how deep they can go is anyone's guess.
I think so too, but with that, Xiaogu likely second, but you know, we had a chat about it, have some personal top 8s. Now for me, I have to believe in Snake. The dream is alive, Spawn. I think they can finish second. Xiaogu's certainly under them. LGD for me, and then we got OMG, we've got, we got more teams in there as well. Vici, and for me, I'm going to put IG and M3 towards the bottom just to spite you.
Yeah, so just a little bit of a back and forth here. You know, IG, they're currently 4th on the ladder. They've got the most points available as possible. They play 3 best of 3s. You know, they can grab 9 points. One of the few teams that can actually jump up to outright second place. And, you know, you just put them 7th. That's great.
Look, Spawn, I'm all about keeping the dreams alive, or in your cases, crashing them horribly into a tree.
Okay, so for myself, I think everyone can agree with EDG. We've heard your list. Let's go to a proper list right now. I think that Xiaogu will take it. They'll finish on about 33 points. I think Invictus Gaming will be right behind them on about 33, 32 points, somewhere around there. You know, for me, then I went to someone like Snake. They've been a little bit inconsistent. I think we saw them drop a best of 2 against RNG, which was a little bit unsurprising. They're playing Martin, which I don't think many people expected, because they did have a good lineup with Crystal there. And then, you know, just running through Vici, LGD, they're still playing with Flame and TBQ. Acorn's nowhere to be seen, still sorting out a visa issue. Going through into the bottom, you're probably going to run it out with OMG, who just, I don't know, they look very strange at the moment. And then I'm going to say M3. My gut says Xiaohu's team, RNG, will be able to run in there. Last season, WE proved that they could make it. Like, who the heck knows with that spot? It's whoever gets points for the 8th position.
Poor Dade. I'd be heartbreaking to have that happen again, but we'll see how that develops. Of course, the 11th week of the LPL will round out this weekend, but we have another event on as well, Spawn. The OPL Grand Finals here locally in Oceania, live from Sydney's Luna Park as Chiefs take on Legacy.
Yeah, the undefeated Chiefs squad comes up against their old rival Legacy, the team that arguably were the first people to really hand these guys back when they were Team Immunity, their first major upset at Winter. Chiefs going to look to come out swinging after a disappointing IWC performance, and Legacy, they're probably the underdogs.
Yeah, I think so too, but certainly have a good record there. So should be a close series. Make sure you catch it on Saturday in and amongst your LPL watching. It's going to be 6 p.m. local time. Sorry, 5 p.m. local time. The broadcast will start. It's about midnight there on the Saturday for you guys in the US, but I'm sure you guys can enjoy it along with your LPL. So for myself and Spawn, from you guys across the pond, it's back to you.
So, well, we have to wait until this weekend to see who will be the IWC team repping Oceania. We already know who will be playing for the Commonwealth of Independent States in one of the wildcard tournaments. Hard Random recently beat the Dolphins of Wall Street 3-2 in the Starlighter TV Finals, becoming the CIS Summer Split champions and earning a trip to the Desafio in Santiago, Chile on September 5th. That's where they will compete against the #1 teams from Brazil and Latin America, with the winner earning one of the 2 international wildcard seats at Worlds. And this weekend, we'll know 5 more teams who will be competing for the international wildcard seats. This Saturday, August 8th, in addition to Chiefs Esports Club taking on Legacy Esports in the OPL, INTZ Esports will take on Pain Gaming in Brazil's CBLOL Finals. Detonation Focus Me will face Ozone Rampage in Japan's LJL, and Lion Gaming will go up against Chaos Latin Gamers in the Latin America Closing Cup Grand Final. And finally, Besiktas Esports will battle Dark Passage in the Turkish Champion League playoffs. And while playoffs in the wildcard regions are happening this Saturday, the LCS playoffs will also kick off this weekend over in Berlin. To give us a close-up look at the teams who will be playing in the European LCS quarterfinals, let's bring in the duo of Quickshot and Crepo.
Thank you very much, Riv. Yeah, we are getting into the quarterfinals playoffs here in Europe, starting at a slightly earlier time, 5 p.m. Central European Summer Time on Saturday with H2K versus Giants. That will be followed by North American playoffs. And then on Sunday, we'll kick things off with the Unicorns of Love against Rocket, also at 5 p.m. Berlin time.
Yeah, let's start with the first match. H2K going up against Giants. This is the only match with a clear favorite. You know, we all expect H2K to win this match on paper because of the record they have against Giants so far. I believe it's something like 7-0 so far, and both wins have been pretty convincing in different ways.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, Giants, when they've played, they've been trending towards those late scaling comps. The last time they played H2K, they ran a Jinx, they ran a Rise, and honestly, they got dumpstered. I mean, Audrey went 0-9. Ryu just went off. He had a fantastic game on Ari. And for Giants, they've struggled. They've run triple tier comps before. That's nearly unheard of in the current, competitive scene. And it's something Giants have to adapt after the regular season.
Yeah, initially, Giants, they were going with this, very fast-paced approach, win lane, win game. But then this season, they kind of went back to a more late-game approach. They had Godfred in their ranks, so they had more late-game shot calling that they felt comfortable in. But they still need to get through that early game, and that's rough for them. Especially the man to watch there is World. They need to get him going, get that split push going, because otherwise, early game gets punished too hard and Giants just straight up lose.
It really does. And Werlib's the man that needs to pull the focus. Buy time for Pepinero, buy time for Audrey to get to a powerful position, and see if Frederick can get some ganks rolling. The problem for Werlib, he sometimes focuses on team fights instead of split pushing when he has that opportunity. So I'd like to see some better shot calling on his side and shot calling in general for Giants.
Yeah, speaking of shot calling, I think the biggest difference between these teams, especially earlier in the season, was the way they handled lane swaps. H2K was notorious. They were the best lane swapping team in Europe, beating even like Fnatic at one point, but later in the season they kind of fell off. But this is what happened in the first match that they played against each other, and this is Giants. This was one of the first lane swaps. They had Godfred on the shot caller role, and they were trying to get those 3 people under the tier 2 tower or tier 1 tower in the top lane, but there's 4 people defending it. It was just such a big misread of the game by Giants, and this completely snowballed the entire game already. And yeah, H2K, they know how to play with the lead that they gain in these lane swaps. However, lately, it's not going all that great.
Yeah, I guess if you play with a similar sort of script, some of the other LCS teams have been figuring H2K out and punishing them a little bit. If you guys do want to go a little bit more into the lane swap mechanics, how they came about, etc., head over to lolesports.com. They are going to dive deeper in a little bit of an article and expand on some of the things that we've just mentioned.
Yeah, very interesting article. History of lane swaps goes all the way back to the start, so it worked a little bit on that too. So definitely check that out. But before you do that, let's keep it back to the what we're actually talking about. Let's handle UOL against Rocket. That matchup is a lot closer than H2K against Giants.
It is, but it's a lot closer because both of these teams keep making mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm sick of hearing about potential. These teams could do well because either they have not improved their shot calling, they're not showing up individually, or they're just not living up to their potential. And this is something that rings true for both the Unicorns and Rocket. Unicorns more in summer than spring, but Rocket most of the year.
However, I think both these teams share some similarities, and especially in terms of who you have to watch. I don't think the magic will come from either the top laners or the bot lanes from both these teams, as they're either very lackluster in some cases or just generally safe in their approach. Think about Mr. Rawless. He's not the flashy player. He's just a neutral CS farm, good positioning in teamfights later on, but there's not any power coming from these. So the people to watch especially is going to be in the mid lane. Unicorns of Love, they play around Power Evil all the time, but at the other side, you have Nukeduck, and he has been stepping up lately.
He has, and his Victor and his Varus have definitely impressed in the most recent weeks. I also think he pulled that Yasuo out. You can debate how effective it was. It helped in a tiebreaker.
It's a good pick to have against the resurgence of this poke meta game, and to have that in your pocket, potentially draw an extra ban in the best of 5 is obviously very important.
It is, and the one thing that we've not actually mentioned yet that I think we should mention, Unicorns of Love are looking to start Horo in the jungle. So they lost Kikis, who was arguably their most consistent player. And now Horo's going to be coming up against Yankos. Horo had a pretty good showing in the spring split, but it's been a long time since he's been with the European team.
Now, these teams have had a couple of weeks right now to practice in silence, scrimming with some other teams, hoping to get ready for these playoffs in the quarterfinals right here. And Horo, he might be the thing that UOL was lacking, because they had what they call a democratic shot calling system where everybody speaks up. Horo obviously isn't the best at English, but he's proficient enough to lead the team, and obviously he is good at reading the game on a macro level, so potentially this could be the breakthrough for Unicorns of Love. At the other side, we have to see how well this recent surge for Rocket has been translating further. Like, have they improved even more, or are they stuck again?
I don't know. You're asking me these questions. We'll have to find out on Sunday, Crepo. That's about it for the European LCS quarterfinals. Let's actually check in with Phreak on Twitter.
Well, thank you very much, guys. So last time on PTL, we asked you to hit Twitter and tell us how many Barons will be slain in the LCS in this week's games. And for a trip to the Hall of Fame, you had to let us know how many Barons have been slain over the entire split in NA and EU. Well, in the 20 non-tiebreaker games played during week 9 of the LCS, there were 34 Barons slain in North America and Europe combined, which brings the grand total for the summer split to 288. Now, despite that many deaths, the Baron can remain happy because no one got it correct, not even me, sadly. But don't worry, because you can try to redeem yourself this week when you tell us which 4 LCS teams will win in the quarterfinals this weekend. And to open the rusty hinges on the door to the Hall of Fame and enter, all you have to do is tell us which team will have the most kills in their playoff matchup this weekend, plus how many kills they will secure. So I'm going to guess H2K, Rocket, Impulse, and Gravity, with the most kills going to Rocket at 72. Send your answers to us at LOL Esports along with the hashtag PTL, and we will see who gets it right next week.
So now we've given out the award for the European coach of the split, and now it's time to name Daylor's North American counterpart. Peter Zhang made his LCS coaching debut last summer with LMQ. After leading them to first place and a trip to Worlds, Peter joined Team Liquid, and in his first split as their coach, he helped them break their forever fourth curse. The split has led Liquid to new heights as the team finished first in the LCS for the first time in their history and is on the brink of a trip to the World Championship for the first time now. Peter, for your impressive work coaching Team Liquid, we're happy to present you now for the North American Coach of the Split Award. Congratulations on your success throughout the split. I do have a few questions for you as you enjoy your trophy. Coming into this, LMQ even, coming into that first split, nobody really knew where you were coming from, who you were. What made you such a good coach, and how are you able to bring these teams to the top, Peter?
So basically, I'm from China, and I used to be just a league player, a high elo league players. But I'm kind of different in the different players because some of the players they were aiming for the top on the challenger on the ladder. I was more like to invest like how the game goes, like how the team comp works. Well, that inspired me about to being a coach, and then the Eric from low class he was introduced me about want to coach the LMQ. So I'm just joined the LMQ, and I'm very happy can work with them, and we have a very good result there.
Well, you've produced amazing results. I have a question as well about the spring split because you were able to turn those results around as well. There were struggles with Piglet. What was the decision with the team? What was going to happen? How were you able to resolve those?
So we knowing when first time Piglet come to the team, we will have those issues because the language barrier is there, like I said before. But I think Piglet was adapting to the teams very well. He is trying to learn English. We have an analyst to teach him English every night, and he's learning a lot of English, and he can communicate with that. Once the language barrier is gone, I think we'll be a very good team.
Right,
and now we can show them.
And before my final question, I would like to ask you, Peter, how do you feel that Liquid is going to do coming into the playoffs here? You guys have placed fantastically. How are you feeling about the run?
Even in the off week, we didn't take too much break. We only have 1 day break, and we keep screaming on the weekends every day. We just want to keep working hard to don't let our fans disappointment like the spring split. We're looking for top definitely today. We have TSM in our group. I think we can beat them and then go into the finals.
Well, you guys have produced some awesome results already. My final question, Peter. To celebrate your win, will you dance with me?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Well, congratulations, Peter, and well-deserved, because after all, I voted for you, so why wouldn't you win? But Team Liquid, they await either Gravity or TSM in the semifinals, and right now, we're going to be breaking down what each of those teams would have to do in order to win and get to that semi versus Team Liquid. Now, to make it a little bit more pressure-packed and to simulate what the teams are going to be feeling on the stage, we're only going to get 1 minute each to present our cases for these teams, and if we go over the allotted time, then Claky D will be here to give us an audible penalty.
I'm getting nervous already, Phreak.
That horn is about as underwhelming as Claky's LCS performance. Now, Kobe, you have 1 minute.
He might buzz too early.
You have 1 minute to break down what TSM has to do in order to win against Gravity.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, so I think that TSM, they just need to stick to their strengths. That is going to be, in the best of 5, they've shown that they do have the advantage. They have a track record of success in best of 5s where they get time to adjust. The other thing is that is Gravity's greatest strength, is the weird picks that they're going to pull out, the surprise factor. When they beat TSM in the regular season, they crashed an entire team around countering Bjergsen, the one man in the mid lane. TSM had to protect him. The other thing is that The biggest thing that they need to do is on-stage coaching. They cannot afford to have another snafu like MSI. I'm looking at Loco Doco. If there's a weird pick in Champion Select, it's up to him to send the team onto the Rift with a prepared strategy. He can't just let them go face a Cassiopeia top, not knowing what they're doing, because we've seen how terrible that's going to work out. It doesn't. The other thing is they've already seen Keen's Urgot. They've seen Keen's Rumble. The Rumble didn't work out very well. So I feel like TSM should be able to handle this one as long as they stay calm.
Right
on time!
Yeah, he already finished. That's kind of useless, like most of your ganks. All right.
Saw that one coming.
Exactly. You've got boards and
Just
everything.
like most of his ganks.
Just like most of the ganks. All right, it's time for Gravity. Reset the clock. Ready? Waiting for that one? All right, go. All right, so Gravity, in my opinion, bans. Azir for sure. Gragas is like all Santorin plays, and then you got a flex ban. Maybe he's going to play Nidalee, maybe there's a Sivir, but you find out what else Bjergsen can play. You leave one flex ban up. Okay, next up, Red Side. I think BO5, you pick Red Side for all the games. You want counterpick. You want to be able to counterpick the strategies. That's a huge, big deal for these guys, I think. And then also, you've got to be able to just innovate your strategies, right? You say TSM can adapt in a best of 5, but if Gravity has 5 different strats, you react to one, but then game 2 is something different anyway. And if you keep going down the line, why do you make all these crazy gestures?
Because I don't want to interrupt you. I want to talk.
So I think they can keep kind of messing things up. Also, I think the laning phase is actually a big advantage for Gravity. Move's going to be more aggressive around the map. He's going to have better gank pressure, better warding, and their bot lane's basically free.
Only on
Bunny and
Nuclear
Altec are
Rek'Sai.
going to win. Bunny and Altec are going to win that lane. So bot lane's going to win, top lane and jungle can win, and mid lane with a counterpick can do that as well. And then just play off a move. Let him carry it. You're good to go.
All right. Pretty good. And you hit the time almost as perfect as I did. Let's take a look at the next one, though, Phreak.
And you're trying to throw me off, by the way. So, I mean, I had to stop and react to your crazy, like, windmills and crap. But, okay. Other side of the bracket. Here we go. Counterlogic Gaming awaits one of 2 potential opponents. It's a matchup between Team Impulse and Team Dignitas. Kobe, 1 minute. You get Impulse.
Okay, so for Team Impulse, obviously I'm looking at Rush. This guy is going to destroy Helios. So all that Team Impulse need to do is look for standard lanes. They don't want to let Dignitas swap lanes because that allows Rush more time to beat up on Helios, and that's what they're looking for. The other thing is that Rush plus Impact are definitely the best top lane jungle combo that North America has to offer. A standard lane would let them abuse that power as well. The one thing that I'm worried about for Team Impulse is Gate in the mid lane. This new guy, he's shown that he has a little bit of problem trying to keep up with the tempo that Impulse set, which is, nothing against that guy. It's hard to keep up with Team Impulse. Sure. All the other LCS teams have a hard time doing it, but Gate has to be able to keep up with the rest of the team. The one game that they lost versus Team Liquid in the last week was because Gate in the mid lane, he gave up so much pressure. Rush had to come hold mid lane for him, and Impact had to teleport into mid lane, thus removing the 2 biggest strengths of Team Impulse. So as long as their bottom lane can remain consistent against Core JJ,
No, it doesn't count. Nothing about the bottom lane. We got nothing there. All right, so there's Impulse. All right, my turn for Team Dignitas. I'm ready for this one. And go Phreak. Okay, so once again,
you just keep starting yourself. I actually get to start.
It doesn't matter. All right, so I lost 5 seconds for that. Kobe got. Okay, so bans. Nidalee for sure. Evelyn for sure. I think unless you can first pick that for yourself, if Helios is going to be able to play Evelyn for himself, and you see if he can play Elise.
Okay, I didn't do bans in mine.
I don't care.
We're
Why
playing
are you taking my time away?
Okay.
I get 5 free seconds after this one. Clay,
Okay.
you're waiting 5 seconds for this one.
Give him 10 seconds on the clock, but we're going to ban Rek'Sai for Helios. He's played 9 games on that champion. He doesn't play anything else. All right, now continue.
Wow, I'm at 35 seconds left. Okay, so ban Nidalee. You contest or ban the Evelyn. I think you see if Rush can play Elise. Otherwise, you ban away Sivir. And you look at kind of those bans on a cycle. Shifter needs an assassin that's not named Ahri. If you can play Ahri, great, but play something else that can play aggressive. See if you can beat up Gate. It's a huge deal. It's the one lane that can actually be won by Dignitas if Shifter can step up with another assassin. And just focus on the solos in general. Their bot lane, go ahead, just tweet it. Just go.
You can keep going.
Right, go
I'll give you an extra 20 seconds.
Yeah, okay, exactly. We start counting upwards. Bot lane, they're not going to win it. Dignitas cannot win against the bot lane of Team Impulse, but maybe Gamsu can win. And also, Helios just needs to track Rush. Maybe Dignitas can prey on the over-aggression of Dignitas.
All right, Clay,
over-aggression of Impulse. Maybe they can prey on the over-aggression of Rush and catch out some ganks with a good counter gank, but it's really hard.
All right. Fair enough, Phreak. Oh, good smoke on that, too.
There you go. That's my push for Team Dignitas against Impulse. We'll see how they play out this weekend. Now, guys, if you're planning on watching the North American LCS playoff games this weekend, and you should be, consider heading over to a viewing party to join fellow fans.
Parties will be happening across the continent. In Seattle, Quebec, Irvine, Georgia, and more. So head over to loesports.com/VP for all of the details.
And now we have a North American throwback for you as a special treat.
Let's listen in to what Team Liquid and Team Impulse had to say during their game in the final week of the LCS. It's time for mic check.
Advantage on early game, just start out in the mid game, we just win the team fight. Our team fight is really strong, really strong, really strong.
Peel, you ready?
Yeah.
You hypey?
My hand.
Oh, carry stop it.
Your hand broken?
Please carry me, Rush.
Yeah.
Rush, please carry me too.
Yeah.
I don't need you to carry me. It's okay. No.
Can we do it? Can we do it?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yep.
He's done. Hit out, pick.
Nice. Okay. I'm getting out. I'm just walking.
Yep. Okay, cancel. Keep it down. Nice, cancel.
Job.
I can ward the lane right now.
Yep.
Just gonna do it.
Yep. Lee Sin's right here. Okay. I'm going on Lee Sin. I'm on Lee Sin.
Okay, TP in. Okay, I need help. Focus Annie.
I'm running
Okay,
here.
TP.
Azir is here. Careful.
I have ult here.
I'm going.
Lee Sin. Lee Sin's right here.
Jenna's really low. He's dead.
Victor coming too,
Okay.
but I
Backing a little bit.
Yep.
Backing up.
Victor's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. One set.
Okay.
You can come. Yeah.
Oh, Azir, so good. Okay, nice.
So good, guys. So good.
Yeah.
Baron down. Coming. Azir.
Help me.
Lee Sin behind.
Okay.
I got him locked down.
Azir, stop. Azir, stop. Okay. Maokai. Let's go front line. We can win this.
Shield two. Slow.
Heal up.
Trying to get out.
Stop.
Nice.
I'm Baron rush.
Closer. Yeah.
제가 마무리할게요.
Coming.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
I'm going bot.
I go mid. When is Dragon, I think we have to push mid, push lane.
Yeah.
Minion. Then we can win next fight.
Yeah.
Azir.
I got Azir.
I slow.
I back.
Shooter.
I got
Nice.
I need shield.
I'm live. Nice.
Whoa! Let's go. Here.
Awesome.
I'm back. Okay. It's fine. Get on it. Let's go battle, okay?
Yeah.
Let's battle mid. Now we can team fight. Win.
Yeah.
Still win.
They're gonna try to.
Come. Any.
Yep.
Don't behind. 4K. I'm going.
Any. Go Andy. Just go Andy.
Hey, any.
I'm in the pit.
Azir.
Okay.
Nice. Gragas. Baron. We are winning now.
Yeah, winning.
Wait for rescue. I'm so scared. Nice. I saw.
I'm ulting back. Okay, good. Go mid. We can get 3 in hips.
Yeah.
Get 3 in hips.
Go.
Okay. Azir. Nice.
I'm slow.
Maokai.
Maokai.
Coming. Maokai. Yeah, Maokai.
Minion for
Minions.
Azir no flash.
Teams, you gotta be careful with your position.
It's Jen. Any no flash? Coming.
Okay, coming.
Any no flash?
Lee Sin.
Run down.
Run down. I'm trying to ult them out.
Okay, Azir.
I just top.
I got Pegler.
Maybe GG.
Okay. Watch out, Maokai.
Oh, sorry. Here.
I'm over here.
I'm mark him.
I need help over here.
I'm going on Victor.
It's fine.
I'm backing.
Okay, he flashed. Okay, I'm coming. I'm out of mana.
Yeah, kill him. Nice.
Coming.
I'm mark. Coming.
W and 3.
Yeah, back. We can.
Can you chase? Go.
You can chase Cog.
Nars coming. Do fast.
Back. Nice.
Okay. We need defense off.
Okay. I'm recalling.
Can they go Baron? No, I don't think so.
No, we got hit. We're still winning, guys.
Just fight. Don't.
I'm coming.
Don't try. No. Nothing.
They're mid. Try to poke.
I go mid, guys.
Big one top.
Go mid.
Go mid. Yep. Silver ult. We're blocking them. Just go mid. They're coming.
Yeah. Just block.
They're going on me. They're going on me.
Mid.
Mid.
Oh, maybe GG.
You got this. Go! Nice! Let's fucking go!
Yeah, I lost. I lost PTLF 04. You know what? I'm launching my own tampering investigation to see if anything improper might have happened, like, I don't know, having someone else handle your entire draft. But you know what? It's fine. For now, if you trust the numbers, I got the silver medal. I mean, second ain't too bad. Second split in a row, I got second place. That's actually a pretty good record here. And this time, of course, I lost to Mark Merrill. Now, here are the standings for the rest of PrimeTime League's Fantasy League of Legends Legendary League. And of course, a big thank you to everyone who competed here. And good luck to all of you guys in your future encounters on the Rift. So now I'd like to welcome the winner of the PTLF 04 Summer Split to PrimeTime League, Mark Merrill. Congratulations. Here you go. This trophy is yours. Well deserved.
Thank you, sir.
It is.
You are a worthy competitor.
So are you.
And you, in fact, you actually look a little like Leonardo DiCaprio here. I'm going to worship this and add it to my shrine of you.
And I will still not have an award
Thank you.
to rush with my own.
Well, we can actually fix that because, you now have a second place ribbon that we can provide for you.
Okay,
So,
this is actually amazing. And I can like fit the tag in the pocket so it like stays on the. This is wonderful.
You are first runner-up.
This is actually like probably one of the best awards I've ever gotten. I'm actually a really big fan of this one. Thank you.
Congratulations, sir. And better luck next year.
Yeah, of course. See you, man.
See ya.
All right, so it's. I have a second place ribbon. This is great. Okay, so that does it for this season of the PTLF 04. Thank you guys so much for watching and playing along. Stay tuned for more fantastic developments.
This week on League of Learning, I'm going to be talking about Aspect of the Dragon. Now, at the beginning of the season, Dragon became a stacking buff designed as an alternative win condition for teams. If you get 5 dragons, you become so powerful that victory is all but assured. Now, of 951 games across the NALCS, EULCS, LCK, and the LMS, 123 of them have had a team achieve 5 dragons. Now, of those games, that team lost 13 times. Meaning in 13 out of 951 games, a team has achieved 5 dragons and lost. This is about those games. First, I want to just refresh what Dragon does. 6% attack damage and ability power for the first buff. Every buff after that gives you a different power-up. And the final buff, Aspect of the Dragon, the 5 dragons, doubles all your bonuses and gives you an incredibly powerful amount of true damage on your attack. So obviously, 5 dragons, immensely powerful. No region is immune to losing with 5 dragons either. This is the win-loss breakdown by region of teams winning with 5 dragons versus losing with 5 dragons. As you can see, the total, 120 wins versus 13 losses, roughly an 89% win percentage, so very, very high. Continuing on, though, I wanted to compare games in which a team won with 5 dragons versus when they lose with 5 dragons. Unsurprisingly, the game length is much longer if a team loses because the game has been drawn out. So 54 minutes and 39 seconds, the average game length for these games. Also a very important thing is the enemy is able to pick up on average 2 dragons and 1.5 barons when they are beating a team with 5 dragons. Now, I looked actually pretty in depth at the 13 games in which the upset happened and found some trends. There is some loss conditions that can be met if a team is going to get 5 dragons and still lose the game. Most importantly, probably, it's allowing the opponent to pick up dragons and barons. They get the power-ups from some of the dragon buffs, they get the gold from baron, and most importantly, it helps them stall out the game. Continuing on, if you give up too much gold for the dragons, that can lead to a defeat. If you're a poke comp or against a poke comp and full-on team fights aren't happening, sometimes the dragon advantage really doesn't help you because team fights are being won before they begin. And also, Dragon gives you no defensive statistics whatsoever. So if you're making positional mistakes late game, you can still be punished. And that was the case in some of these losses. So break it down a bit more, specifically the first one. For teams that are 5 dragons to 0, there were an alarming 63-2, but just 1 dragon for the opponent. And that record changes to 34-5. As an example of how much you can get out of that 1 dragon late game, a recent 5 dragon upset came CJ Entus versus SK Telecom. That 6% AP and AD gave them nearly 2,500 gold in stats, which allowed them to be competitive with SKT's 5 dragon buff also due to their team composition. Moving on as well, if you give up too much gold for your 5 Dragons, these are the 4 games where I think that happened. Specifically looking at SK versus Elements, that was a 13,000 gold lead. It was miraculous that Elements was able to get the Dragons, but they never really had control of the game. The other one where it stands out the most was the Assassin Snipers versus Hong Kong Esports in the LMS. One of the most ridiculous games. There was actually a 12,000 gold lead for the Assassin Snipers when the other team got 5 Dragons. So that obviously didn't lead to an easy victory. Also, poke comps. Jin Air Green Wings are super known for their poke compositions. So early on in the spring split, they had a couple of 5 Dragon games and they were on both sides of it. Obviously the game got super long, the gold is incredibly close, so teams are at max items. And since they weren't having full-on team fights and fights were being decided essentially before they were fights, the 5 Dragons didn't have too big of an impact on who would win, so it happened both sides on that way. And also, there's 2 AP Kog'Maw games. They're also the only 2 games in which a team didn't pick up a single dragon and still beat a team with 5 Dragons. That's due to the power of AP Kog'Maw. I thought that was pretty cool. Moving on to the last way the teams can lose with 5 Dragons, it's if they're against a hyper-scaling opponent, which is the case in both of these LCK games, CJ Entus versus SKT and KT Rolster versus the Coup Tigers, or you can just make some strange misplays or get caught out of position late game, which happened in the bottom 3. So, there you have it. While losing with 5 Dragons is an infrequent occurrence, it's fascinating to me the ways in which the Dragon buff can be defeated. You draw out the game, keep up your farm, sneak objectives, and stay calm in the late game. 5 Dragons is possible to beat, even if it only happens in 1.37% of games. That'll do it for League of Learning. I hope you learned something.
Now, let's learn a little something about the scene in Korea. Now, we know that SK Telecom will already be heading to Worlds, but who's joining them? Well, the Coup Tigers have been riding in second place for the last 5 weeks, but KT Rolster wanted to change that as these 2 teams faced off. And we're going to go into game 1. KT on the rise, absolutely. One of the strongest teams in Korea now. Coup on a slide, but they can still hold on to a good spot in the playoffs here.
All right, and they do give up the rise for first pick over to KT. They immediately attack it, though, and Coup do get the first blood on that rise.
And Smeb's saying that Dr. Moon is the kind of pick he wants to bring into that matchup. If they know better than everyone else, good for them.
It sounds good against a full MR team, but they didn't keep Someday down for long, and KT pick up a bunch of kills at the Dragon pick.
Hey, we fast forward to 10-5 in kills right here. Quick chase down arrow. Look at a knockdown Prey as well. Great rocket over the wall. And now, hey, by the way, you're pretty screwed in this one.
Nogday took the high road just to cut him off. He doesn't even get an assist for his troubles, though. He put in the effort, Phreak. He deserves more than that.
He gets a spiritual assist there. He got XP. He was in range for that one. Pikaboo able to get away in this one. Couple more pickoffs. They're 18-6 already in kills. 10,000 gold. This one's all but done. 43 minutes in. Nice flash, Rune Prison. Goodbye.
Yeah, plenty of control here from KT. Most of the game.
Yeah, for having a player named Wisdom on their team, giving away a rise did not seem to be evidence of that. So, great first game for KT Rolster. On to game 2 we go. In this one, an incredibly close battle. Arrow, again, on this Kog'Maw, no, can't get away.
Yep, burns down, and then they chase him down. Azir picks up one more. Pikaboo goes down as well. That was 40 minutes into the game, by the way. Now we're up to 42.
4 Dragons, 6,000 gold lead here, 8 turrets killed, big lead for Coup Tigers. Maybe they can drop KT Rolster here someday, tanking up in the front line, doing what he can. Score, able to jump back in the Echo.
Yeah, the Azir wall cuts off the entire team from Maokai, and he's left on his own. KT are able to survive for a little bit longer, though, and this is the fight of the game.
Dragon 5, 7,000 gold lead, but guess what? Here's Kog'Maw. Arrow is beastly on this champion. Smeb not going to do damage to him. There's one pick off. Prays around, but can't do enough either. He's out of range.
The Valk!
Beautiful Janna ulti. Arrow still just won't die. Another shield keeps him alive. A triple for Arrow. And that means they win it.
So close.
Wow.
You're going to have to go back and rewatch that one in slow-mo. The ending of that game, the comeback was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, just an incredible 2-0 win by KT. That second game comeback, of course, absolutely massive for these guys. And, you know, a well-deserved win. KT on their way up the standings, and, you know, it's looking solid for them. All right, so after those 2 series this morning, let's take a look at the current LCK standings. SKT continues their dominant run in first place, but now KT Rolster holds on a second place.
And then rounding out the teams that have locked in the playoffs, CJ Entus is in third and Coup Tigers are in fourth. And currently just out of playoff position, Jin Air is in a downward spiral, sitting in 6th place after losing to Rebels Anarchy this morning.
With the teams around the globe battling to make it to Worlds, it's a perfect time to check out the plays that we consider to be the best of the best, or as Ghostly Gangplank calls it from the afterlife, the Penta. Coming in at number 5, Rookie came out on top in this 1v1.
大招推回来，小虎还有一个护盾，两边
Rookie 这一波是秀了，两边中路的一波皇城 PK，
他闪现躲了小虎最后2下戳。
At number 4, from the GPL was the Bangkok Titans' Warlock with a 5-man Gnar ultimate.
Live đang bắn, OGG xuất hiện rồi, OGG bị hất về, bây giờ G4 vẫn đang sống, bây giờ Warlock có một chiếc cuốn tuyệt vời đến vị trí của ta, Mina sẽ nằm xuống tình huống này, double kill vị trí của Warlock, bên phía này OGG đang cố gắng tiêu diệt G4, nhưng đấy không phải là mục tiêu, Kurot bấm đầu hổ cát và gục luôn, đó là một pha, một lần nữa safety lại đi về.
Tumbling in at number 3, Bang picked up a triple kill by the skin of his teeth.
Flash, Monsoon, Ignar trying to block some of this damage. Gets the concussive, blows down onto Bang. Easyun's already dead. Marin's back in the fight right now. Marin gets onto Frozen, and there we go. There are the Procs. Bang very, very low, but he stays alive for the double kill. Lifesteal tanking it out, and that is going to be an ace.
At number 2, it was Spenu's Sonic Boom's secret with the death sentence prediction.
미드 1차 타워, 탑 1차 타워를 내주는 타입을 최대한.
잘 당겼죠. 감옥까지.
이거는 시크릿의 플레이가 굉장히 좋았고, 이거는 진짜 추가 방심했잖아. 비전 이동으로 피할 수 있어.
And at number 1, it's Riven time.
Flash engage, they try to go into Nagne. Dragon taken by IM, but they may pay for it. Nice knockups. Apple and Ignar a little bit low. Peekaboo making the plays. Riven gets 1 kill. Double kill, here we go. It's Riven time. Oh, Shockwave brings some people in though. Can IM turn this around? Someday flash in the head. That's a triple kill. It is Riven time. Quadra kill. Will it be the Penta? Tucson comes over. They're going to try to set it up. Where's the knockup? Here comes Someday. Tucson coming in. Can they give him the Penta? There's the knockup. They want to give it to him. Penta kill for Someday.
And during the clashes this week, be sure to highlight your favorite pro plays and send them our way. To do that, just tweet them to us at LOL Esports along with the hashtag #ThePenta. And that brings us to the end of another episode of PrimeTime League. Thank you for joining us and have a great... Jesus, Claky! Easier ways to remind me about the last hit. Thank you. Hopefully my hearing will return soon. But in honor of Fnatic's hot summer streak, Quickshot has agreed to put his mouth on the line. This week's last hit was inspired by our friends at Hot Pepper Gaming, who performed video game reviews after eating some blazing hot veggies. So let's watch as Quickshot pays homage in our first ever Hot Pepper highlight.
Hey guys, I'm Trevor Quickshot Henry. I'm a caster for the European LCS, and I will be highlighting Fnatic's final game of the split against the Unicorns of Love. But first, I'm going to eat this habanero pepper. I'll have you know, I don't eat spicy food. I don't eat hot food. And I've been told to chew this thing really well before I start. How am I meant to finish that in 5 bites? I don't know. All right, let's start the highlight. Remember, it's Fnatic versus UOL. It's the last game of the summer split. We see some faces of the team setting up. And lo and behold, Unicorns of Love, they pull out a poppy top to kill Huni. That was hot, and so is my mouth. This is a bit ridiculous. Yellow Star, you think he's in trouble. You really think he's in trouble. But it's time to troll. Troll. Lol. Yellow Star gets out alive. And we see the kill. I can't even see who died. Simmer's dead. Fnatic turned this one around. My mouth is literally on fire right now. I don't know if Right, what's happening? Huni, lol. I love it. What? We just lost 10 minutes. How did we lose 10 minutes? Then good production for saving my life. Fnatic, they break open the base at 23 minutes. We saw a clip there, 18-0 the dream. It's not a dream. It's a reality. God, I wish this was a dream or a horrible nightmare. My mouth is on fire. Fnatic close out the season, taking down the Unicorns of Love. I've been quick shit. That was a hot pepper here from the European LCS. Good night. Oh, you all.